On Bulletin Board this week, from outreach that makes a difference, cooking lessons, testimonies, good times, seniors appreciation, awareness, to another big question, alumni homecoming weekends, workshops and campaigns. You're watching Bulletin Board. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bulletin Board. I'm not sure if I must say welcome to you or if you must say welcome to me. But anyway, if you've made it through all 12 weeks of October, you deserve your medal. According to social media's October theory, this is the time that many people begin to think about what they have accomplished this past year and what they still have to do because there are only a couple of months left in the year. For some, it's not that deep. Just glad to have made it through October. Anyway, there's quite a bit to catch up on, so let's get to it. Our resident checker of facts joins us for a bit. Hi, Russell.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
I was not now expecting you to ask me how I am also, but I'm well actually, thinking about it.
You always ask everybody, so we need to ask you from time to time.
It's good to have you here with us in a bit of a different capacity, but Russell is our resident checker of facts. So, if anybody's going to know what's what, it's Russell. Do you remember the health impact clinics that we spoke about all of last month? Well, the front page story is that it was a huge success, but the story that touched my heart was when I was exposed to the numbers. Statistics can be very moving. Just watch. 81 volunteers, including 9 dentists, an oral hygienist, a pediatrician, NGO staff, 2 nursing specialists, a dermatologist, 5 school staff, 7 tag rugby coaches, etc. Russell, you're always on top of everything that's happening. How did this health impact clinic thing start?
So I try to be on top of everything. Doesn't always happen. So the health impact, it started with 2 sisters that were brought up with their parents doing mission work. And Sonia and Larika, they made it happen. Mm-hmm. They wanted to do something for the community. Mm. They wanted to do ministry by doing mission work. Mm. And that is how Health Impact started. Wow. Also, they might be Adventist, but we need to understand that this is not affiliated to the Adventist church. This is something they're doing because they love sharing the word of God through what they do. Wow.
So they health, they areas of health professional work.
Yes. So Sonia is a dentist by
dental
profession.
Surgeon.
Dental surgeon by profession. And Lorika is a physiotherapist.
Okay.
So they are within the medical industry. They are within the health services. So that is what they do.
And they love Jesus.
That is the bonus, yes.
Yeah, it just makes everything bonus. So much better. Yes, treatment to the value of almost R500,000 and not a single health professional expected payment. This is incredible. Russell, if I have my facts in order, you were also a volunteer. What was that experience like?
So I was a volunteer. I unfortunately couldn't go through for the weekend, but I went through the Sunday.
Where was this?
This was Genadendal. So my girls and I took a drive through the Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. From a volunteer's perspective, we don't see what happens in the background leading up to the event. But when you get there and you see everything, how you see the layout, you see the dentist doing their thing, you see the other volunteers and everybody is on point. And you stand back and you take it in and you go, wow, the Lord is good.
Amen.
Because bringing people together from different backgrounds, different religions, for one good cause, it touched my heart. And to see the impact of to see the people that you've touched, It's crazy. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Big ups, Lorica and Sonia. Oh, we have lots of respect for you. At a rate of one patient every 2 minutes, Health Impact Clinic's dental outreach changed so many lives, including those who volunteered. Take a look.
If we just smile, if we just smile, yeah, if we just smile, maybe we focus on the future. No use in living in the past. Try to remember that the bad times never last. And every day one step at a time, we gonna make it alright. If we stick together, we'll be fine. 'Cause if we just smile, we can forget all of our troubles for a while. We can just live inside this moment. You and I get through the darkness, knowing we'll find the light. If we just smile, if we just
Meet Jane. Practice patience. You'll get to see Jane shortly. Jane is a private chef that has become an entrepreneur. She and her food photographer partner are helping restaurants by coming up with healthy plant-based options in their menus. Chef Jane demonstrated a 3-course plant-based meal on 29 September in the Good Hope Dining Hall. Evidence loading. Speaking of plant-based, we have another testimony of the 21-day plant-based whole food challenge.
My name is Caroline Kandemiri. I would like to thank God for giving us this opportunity and for giving us strength to pull through this 21-day plant-based whole food challenge. I want to also thank the organizers. I'm a 47-year-old woman who has just started her menopause. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. I'm pre-diabetic and I had severe headaches. And I want to thank the organizers for giving us this knowledge that if you live on plant-based, everything will be reversed. I followed the oil pulling, the stool, using the stool when you are on the toilet, the activated charcoal. I I was 76 kgs. Now I'm weighing 66 kgs. And seeing everyone and hearing everyone's testimonies, it really motivated us, and it really motivated me especially. And I'm so grateful and thankful that all my problems were reversed. I'm now happy. I'm no longer having foggy brain. I was reading things twice, thrice for me to understand. Now I can focus. I used to take tablets for all the pain in my body, but now with just sticking to this diet, I'm not taking any tablets. I want to thank you very much.
Russell, you have two teenage. Wait. Is the youngest one a teenager yet?
Yes. She became a teenager now in September.
Oh, happy birthday,
Yeah.
Tyler Joy.
Yeah.
Oh, what's been your experience with youth ministry as a parent now in church?
So funny that you asked the question as a parent, having been involved and currently involved in youth ministry. But as a parent, it's different. Because as a parent, you need to let go. And very often it is that, you know what, let go and let God. Because our young people have such a lot to offer. But it appears to be that the older people somehow, they block in our young people. But youth ministry as a whole in our church is good. There's a lot of activities for the youth. Last night there was coffee bar. Friday night there was coffee bar at Kales River.
Lekker.
And the program was good. And what I found is that the young people also socialize after the program. And very often the socializing after the program is very often longer than the program itself. But other than that, our youth is good. Our youth is growing. And from what I'm seeing is that our young people are loving it. Look, my daughters, I don't know where they get it from, but they don't want to miss out on anything.
Wow. So how do you make that happen? I mean, like, because the first thing that comes into my mind is like petrol.
A si cheapy. Petrol is si cheapy. But
Yes.
my parents did it for me.
Ah.
And my parents ensured that I was involved, and that's why probably one of the main reasons I'm still in church. So I do it for them.
Wow.
So it's not just let go and let God with the kids and our youth. It's, you know what, Jesus, don't just take the wheel, take the whole car and make sure there's petrol in also, man.
I think that's a very, very healthy approach. I've got to learn from it a little bit. Wow. Okay, so check out one of Bulletin Board's regular contributors for youth ministry, AY Good Times with Minute to Win It. All the games had to be completed within a minute. You know, Russell, Rebecca sent me some videos and pictures of and she actually sent me the list of the games. But the first one I got stuck. Snotty Nose. What's that game about?
Look, that's a sticky point to get stuck on, because you will get stuck there. So how the game works is you put Vaseline. So we know it as Vaseline, eh?
Petroleum jelly.
Yes, some people call it petroleum jelly. But you put the Vaseline on the tip of your nose.
Okay.
And essentially, you then dip your face into a bowl of cotton balls.
Okay.
Né? The cotton wool bolletjies.
Yes.
And you need to move as many cotton wool bolletjies from that bowl to outside the bowl. So the ball essentially needs to stick to the tip of your nose.
Oh, I would sneeze like 50 times.
Unfortunately, and you see the sticky situation. So besides the balls sticking to your nose with the petroleum jelly, with the Vaseline, as they ander goeie soek, man. Yes, that sneezing stuff also. So it is sticky.
I love it. Let's take a look. Hales River SDA Church Seniors Appreciation. What a beautiful thing to see. We got some pictures. The birthday girls, 94 and 84 years. I love how they called seenagers in the caption. Blessings to Ma Pitt and Auntie Dawn. Yes, that's my mommy. And yes, she sent me these pictures. Looking this good at 80 years, 83 years, 84 years, and 94 years is such a privilege to witness. What a beautiful group. To the organizers of this event, may God richly bless you. Russell, you always good at framing things. You know, when we need to put together a controversial question or a question that's going to make people think, you're always the one that comes up with the goods, you know. So I was wondering, can you think of what in your opinion are some of the underserved areas in our church?
So from church to church, it differs in terms of the underserved areas. As a man, I'm immediately going to go with the men's ministries. Because men's ministries, you only hear about the men's ministries weekend once a year.
With a conference.
When the Cape Conference has the thing, but you don't see it within the local church. The other underserved department, and I don't even know if it's a department, it's that singles, man. The singles are underserved. But those are the two currently, but we mustn't forget about the teenagers. Because our senior folk, they also need to be looked after, especially because they've looked after us for all these years.
Yes.
So we shouldn't forget about them. The focus a lot is on the welfare and the Pathfinders and adventurers, but we forget about our seniors. They need to be remembered.
Wow. Okay. So we've noted that, and we are going to do our best to make sure that we do our little bit to serve the areas that are possibly underserved, that underrated, if that makes more sense to you. And yeah, let's check in on this. Let's circle back. That's what they like to say most. Let's circle back to this in a couple of months, and we'll talk again and see what's happened with the underserved areas
We
in our
might just
church.
bring a big question in on it.
Now you see what I mean. Thanks, Russell. The month of October in South Africa is also Mental Health Awareness Month, where the objective is not only to educate about mental health, but also to reduce the stigma and discrimination that people with mental illness are often subjected to.
Thank you to the Cape Conference Women's Ministries Department for being at the forefront of ensuring that resources for mental health awareness are consistently made available.
The month of October in South Africa is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where the aim is to increase the awareness of the disease, educate, and offer support to those that are affected by breast cancer. It's by time we paid attention. We found these two posters of churches with events that were centered around breast cancer awareness. An afternoon of testimonies and an afternoon discussion both present opportunities to share. Nolan Africa wrote a powerfully provocative musical theatre piece with breast cancer as a central theme. It was called Candid. Get it off your chest. The first performance was a public reading. I was so relieved I didn't have to be off book. A public reading at Heidelberg College of Higher Education in October last year. Or was it the year before? At any rate, one of the songs in that production really touched me. I've gotten permission to play you just a short clip from the live reading. Check out Nolan's YouTube channel for the full song.
Never said there wouldn't be trials. Never said I would fall. Never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I'll just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me brought me this far to leave me.
So you have ideas for change, you say? Well, Caitlin's got you with the big question.
Welcome to The Big Question. I am Caitlin Dias, and today I'm joined with Una. Una, my question for you is, if you could change Sabbath service for one day, what would you do?
Hi everyone. Hi Caitlin. So for me, I believe that we are a church that is very much involved in mission work and going out and reaching out to others. So if I could change our church service for just one Sabbath, I think I would get everyone to just come together. We plan a nice program and go to the old age home and share with them the good news of Jesus Christ and his second coming.
I think for me, I would have an open discussion in the morning because I feel that maybe you can have answered everyone's questions at the same time and get everyone's viewpoints on different perspectives. And then maybe in the afternoon, have like a music program where people can feel uplifted and blessed.
I would have a music day where we sing more than hymns and we just spend the whole day worshiping God in music, and we look at our history as Adventists and our history of music and combine it with the current music of the world. Yeah.
Russell, what did you think of today's big question?
Wow. Controversial again, because that's how it always goes. And the big question was good. It opened up. It allowed the people to speak from the heart this time so that they could share what they were thinking.
Yeah, and I mean, it's important, I think, that we all have these kinds of thoughts about a Sabbath service. You know, to think, if I had the choice, what would I do today in church? What would I change? How would I make it like more meaningful? You know, we don't always have to act on those things, but when you're thinking about what you could change or where you could be involved, those positive thoughts, they become expressed.
So also, again, look, like some of them shared what they would change, and being in a slightly different mindset, there's a little bit different. I would change different things. But we all would change something. But I think the one thing that we all want to get rid of most of the time is the lengthy announcements, man. Kan die announcements nie kortere is nie? Just a little bit shorter. We
That
all
is
have
something to
phones.
think through.
Send it to us via phone. Send it to
Or
us.
use the bulletin board.
Yes!
Russell, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It was
Always a
awesome having you here. You're always behind the camera,
Always.
behind the scenes, running around like a maniac, trying to make us have everything we need to have, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Sure, we can't wait to have Russell back in front of the camera again. But in the meantime, if you have a big question that you're burning for us to ask, no worries. Send a WhatsApp to our WhatsApp number 0634841632, and we'll get some responses and share them here on Bulletin Board. And as always, reserve some space on your plate for another big question next time. And we're heavy on the meet new people on today's bulletin board. Meet Chad Brits, everybody. How are you, Chad?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good.
I have said that so many times today, and I feel good each time after saying it.
Amen.
So let us all know, what makes Chad Brits tick?
I think the one major thing is music. Whether it is a cappella, whether it is instrumentals, gaither, heritage singers, you name it. Even your angelic voice, it makes me tick.
You love music.
I do indeed. I do indeed.
Oh, that's really good to know. That is really, really good to know. Chad's going to tag along with us today as we look at what's happening ahead. So, Chad, did you go to Good Hope?
I did in fact go to Good Hope.
Really?
Yes, from
You're an
grade 1.
alumnus.
Yeah, you can say that. From grade 1 to grade 6, so that's primary school. Unfortunately, it ended there. But the values and principles that I've learned there, I still practice today. So I'm glad that I attended there.
Oh, my head. I really didn't think, to be honest with you, I thought you were going to say, no, I've never been to Good Hope.
I've paid. Yeah.
Okay, that is super interesting. Celebrating 95 years of existence with a theme, A Place at the Table. 1 to 3 November promises to be an unforgettable experience at the Good Hope campus. There's also a special alumni homecoming banquet on November 3rd. Take note, it's important to book your seat at the table. Ooh, I love it when we do the things that make sense. Belhar Women's Ministries Department presents a workshop to empower girls between the ages of 15 and 21. Empower her. Love it. But what really caught my eye was the timely interactions bit on the poster. See the bottom of the poster? The director of Timely Interactions then looks like she's in that very age group. Now you see now, no? This is the kind of stuff I love. Chad, have you ever been in a leadership position in church before?
Not officially. So what happened is that you still remember that we had something called COVID? Yeah. So the church's youth groups decided that we want to come together because surprisingly we missed church. And we decided we'll come together, study the Bible, and ask the questions that no one really wants to answer.
Love this.
And by default, I was chosen to be one of the leaders. Yeah.
The default. I'm just remembering something about you. The letters PK come to mind. Your dad's a pastor, right?
That is right. Yes.
Okay. So, I love this. So, were you guys in Kimberley at the time?
We were in Kimberley at the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. This sounds like something that we could repeat.
All right.
Pastor Eugene Carolus put together this short and powerful clip inviting us all to unlock Bible truth. Check it out.
We have 7 million people to reach. As a church, what are we going to do to reach all of them? Imagine if all our light shining at the same time. Don't you think it will make a bigger impression in the Western Cape? What we want to do is we want to have 92 sites speaking the same message at the same time. Why are we doing this? We are saying no one must be left behind. And not in the virtual world, not young people, not old people. There's no time. Jesus is coming. Let us finish this work. Ellen White had this belief. She believed in the soon coming so much that there's writings of her that she says Jesus will come in my time. Paul thought that Jesus would come in his time. But there wasn't a COVID. There wasn't a pandemic. We are living in the last days of this earth's history. May God bless you as we all get involved in mission.
So, Chad, back to you. Are you a master guide?
Unfortunately not.
So glad I have someone who's... Well, I'm an honorary master guide.
All right.
Yeah, I caught somebody on camera telling me that I'm an honorary master guide, so I'm taking it.
You're taking that? No, it's fine. No, I hope to get into the program one day. I've heard it's very enriching, and it also helps your relationship with God. So anything that brings me closer to God, I am interested in. So that is definitely on my list.
I'm trying to say I'm going to join you, but I can't quite say it.
Yeah.
But yes, because it's like the 21-day plant-based. It's something that I want to, but yeah, let's see. For our Pathfinder nostalgia, we were going to show you this beautiful photo of the Paro Pathfinder Club and so on, and tell you all about what year this happened and who these precious people are. But I think it's only fair that we allow space for a collective, for the fact that the Pathfinder mini fair had to be postponed due to inclement weather. I've always wanted to say inclement, and I can spell it. But disappointment is a valid response. It's okay to be disappointed. Ons kan mos nou nie help vir die weather nie. And it's also okay to take a quick reminder that the feeling of disappointment will indeed pass, and then you'll be able to look forward to the new date for the Pathfinder Mini Fair, which will be shared with us shortly. I ask again, who writes the stuff?
Now, this week's Where Do You Worship segment shows members visiting the fellow believers at the Kleinmond SDA Church, a picturesque view of mountain and sea. The Kleinmond SDA Church congregation is currently renting a church building.
Not too shabby, Chad. Must we have him on again? Huh? Okay, yeah, no, I also agree. I agree. Let's have him on again. Thank you, Chad, for joining us.
Thank
it was
you for
so
having
good
me.
to meet you, more than just seeing you from afar. I mean, I've heard you preach before I heard you speak, conversate. It was great having you here, and we hope to have you again here soon.
Please, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Nice. So, Tyler Joy, you chose hymn number 612. Tell us why you selected that hymn.
I chose this hymn because since I was small, it was one of my favorite hymns, and it was also one of the first hymns that I learned. So that's why I chose this hymn.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go.
What an experience we had with our youngest ever Himalayan guest, Tyler Joy Mafike. She's only 12 years old. Such a blessing in episode 9 of the 4th season of Himalayan. So, season 4 is a thing of the past. But not really, because you can now watch it on the channel over and over and over again. And then we have the season 4 live broadcast to look forward to, where you get to see all or most of the season's guests together and also share your requests from the SDA hymnal for us to sing. Keep space in your Sabbath diary on November 9th and watch our channel for more info on the Hymalayan season 4 live broadcast. Pray Along continues every Wednesday at 1700. I loved how Colin and Leonard gently guided us back to our prayer experience with Don't Worry and the privilege of prayer. If you haven't yet participated in these short prayer experiences, you can catch up on our channel. We're so excited for the second season of The Power of 3. The Power of 3, Season 2, Episode 1 drops on Saturday, 2 November at 18:30 our time. And as always, if you're looking for us in between shows and you need more info on what's happening when, you can find us on our Facebook page, our YouTube and WhatsApp channels, and our WhatsApp number 063-484-1632. That's all for this roundup of What's What. We'll have more for you next time as we take another look at the bulletin board. Take your time with a poster reel after the credits. My name is Lisa Marie Smith. 'n lekker week vir julle almal. Dis onibona next time.